I don't know. Maybe that's why Cabaret affected me so much. This ambiguity. I, I mean, there's so it like as a 7-year old, it was so unsettling to see this film. Danger, the Nazis, rising. This is the time when it was getting really serious. Not that the whole scenario wasn't serious, but unsettling, dangerous, and theatrical. Remember, Sean is theater trained. So that was, this was like right before I started doing theater work. This is maybe a couple of years before, because I worked with Strasberg in '74. So this is like closer to, I don't know, when did the movie come out? '72. We saw it at this drive-in right after it came out. But haunting me, okay, emotionally, the story is very slippery. The sexuality, the ambiguity, the fluidity, the whole thing with her father, which you kind of wonder if you even believe. Although the way she gives her performance when the father doesn't show up is so convincing that I don't think that the character, uh, but I haven't seen the original Broadway and London productions, but I don't think the character is making that up. But still, that part of the story, I don't know, it didn't really jive with me, the whole father thing. But the MC, Joel Grey, what does he represent? Does he exist? Is he just there to show us the temptations of the time that were decadence? Because decadence is very much a part of that nightclub, of the performances. The performances, I don't know. Does it illustrate the death of Berlin at that time? Um, is he an audience watching us, or watching what's going on in that club, or watching what is going on during that period of time? Uh, does he represent the moral rotting of the period? All the highly suggestive sexual and, with the gorilla, that very potentially, or very offensive. I do think that Fosse was a little heavy-handed with the Nazi foreshadowing, with the Second World War foreshadowing. And there's certain things like, the helmet character. I forget what the character's name is, but the actor, I don't know. He was wealthy. He was an elitist. He was an intellectual, and yet he's saying things like, "Oh, we'll get them under control." I don't know. I'm seeing more rot in within the story, and I'm not necessarily seeing it in the characters or how they have been interpreted in the film. I just see chaos pending, looming chaos. And I don't want to say what definitively Joel Grey's character represents, because it can be like 8 different things. And you know what? I kind of like it that way. There's kind of a part of me that wants to believe all of the reasons. And maybe I think that's why the MC character fascinates me to no end, because he never becomes fully explainable. Some movies, um, they age they age out of sort of your life, become dated or whatever, but they can change shape, they can change form, they can change meaning. And I think that's what happened with Cabaret. And I'm still haunted by Joel Grey's character, but whatever. I love ambiguity. I love irony. I love all these things. So thank you for joining me today. Same lineup tomorrow. Lots of fun little surprises, because we got continuity. We got a lot of consistency going here. Nevertheless, I enjoy your valuable time. And in the meantime, bye. I love you.